Hey, it's Landry here. I want to talk today about AWeber. Now, not all of the members use AWeber. Now, there is a software called Infusionsoft, which I know one person in particular, Alex Smale, who's doing very, very well, um, uses. Now, Alex also has a 10-year internet marketing business. So he's a real expert, and Infusionsoft has probably been a very big part of his business. It's very expensive, in my opinion. It's over 300 pounds, which is about $400 a month. Yeah. So let's use AWeber. AWeber is what you connect to your landing page so that when people sign up on your landing page, this is where they go into. And we hook it up by as you can see here, my lists, all these various lists. You hook it up through, it's called a legacy follow-up series. When you're in your SFM dashboard and you're in your setup, AWeber setup, they give you a code of which you copy. Here it is. You put it in here, you load it, it shows there, and all of this, well, not all that, but all of this, your free video series just shows up. Now, today I want to talk about what do you do with this once it's loaded. The key to the leaders, and as you know by now, I'm one of the leaders, is we are very hands-on with from our apps to our members and leads. We know that people came on board because they're relating to us, and we want to keep that personal relationship going. That is going to be the key to your success also. And if you're like me, you enjoy that, and I love helping people, so it's really a part of my business that is very enjoyable. When you download your legacy series, there are two ways to stay in touch with. We'll just start with our leads. So you go to your home page, and you can see how many subscribers are coming in, how many you got yesterday. Then you have unsubscribed people. I just want to casually mention this. When people unsubscribe, look at, well, this is accumulative. There's only 8 today. When it accumulates or whatever, even if you get a lot of unsubscribes, you go into your current list, you manage your subscribers. Takes a minute. Make sure this loads before you click anything over here. Then you go into unsubscribed. And here's what I do. Click delete. I know you want to probably hang on to them and just, save them, but don't do that. They're not interested. Let them go. It's not for them. Focus on the people who really find the value here. So I just want to mention that. Keep cleaning that list up. So there are a couple ways you stay in touch with people on any of your lists. If you have a legacy series that's loaded, you can actually create a draft. Now I'm just going to use one of these. You can create one from scratch. And this is where you create a message. You put a headline in, you can put a video in, and then you put the video URL off of your YouTube channel. You make it unlisted. This will show up. You can put buttons in where you say click here, and then you put a tag here. Well, I would have to put a link in there, or you can put a tag here if you want to add something. You place an URL and redirect people. Play around with this. You also have all kinds of videos that show you. You can create a signature that goes in every one of yours. That's how you create your draft. Then you save it and exit. You go in and you can add it to your follow-up series. So let's do that. How many days before or after do I want to send it? I'll add it to the follow-up series. Any day now. It'll take me straight to the follow-up series where I can see it. It's going to be on the end. And then you can move this anywhere you want. Now that's how I am. You can always copy back to your drafts. I'm going to delete this. That's how I'm adding extra messages. So what happens is, in number 4, after they watch 3 videos, I come in and ask them a question. I mean, how can I help you? Why did you subscribe, and how can I solve your biggest problem right now? It lets them know you're still on board and that you really care about them. And I am actually getting people emailing me and say, I want to accomplish this and this and that. And then I'm able to tell them how SFM can get them there. Or if maybe it's just not right for them. We don't want people on board that, it's not right for them. Then I added today's inspiration after a couple more videos, because I want them to know there's a lot more that SFM does than just affiliate marketing. You can actually create a consulting business from this. Everything you learn, you can create services to give to businesses or even individuals who don't want to take courses like this. Then you can sell the SFM products under your brand. You become a consultant and you're selling SFM products, but people are still working with you. And I can teach you how to do that. You can create any kind of business online. You can do your own coaching. You can do mentoring and healing products, anything you want based on the training you're going to learn. Then you can, of course, learn e-commerce. Training is in silver, the silver membership. It's very extensive, and we actually have our own consultants over in China if you want to use China. So you can keep your day job, create side income that's automated, or you could do straight affiliate marketing and everything's done for you. Promote anything online with your skills. And then you can take an existing business and automate it, and we show you how to do that. So I'm letting people know, because a lot of times they don't realize this is not just affiliate marketing. This is training that applies to anything online that you can earn, or even charities. How do you reach audiences? So I just put that little blurb in there. Then when they get done with their 8 series, I start adding every 1 or 2 days, sometimes 3 days, I start adding value added emails. And basically, some of them sell SFM, some of them just sort of talk about, what are you doing with your life, and how can we help you, and here's some inspiration. So you can start adding there. The second way that you can do this is to create a separate campaign. Now, as you can see, I don't have one. The reason I don't have one is because it was easier for me to add all of those, and everybody keeps going through them. They stay there. So once you write a really cool blog, and if you broadcast it, broadcast is when you create something and you send it out to the list. It goes out once, and everybody gets it. You can designate who and what and where when. But then you use that blog. So if somebody new comes into your list and you want to use that same cool blog because they haven't seen it yet, you don't want to blast it out to everybody else again. So that's why you add things in your video series, so everybody gets your best stuff. If you see that something's not performing, and how do you know that? I'll show you. Look at your open rates. Now, this is 4.3 because I just added it. So people are just now getting down to that. So let something run a while before you get accurate ones. As you can see, mine are pretty consistent. Now, that one's a little lower. I might change the title. It may not be the content. Sometimes it's just the title. So you can see I have a pretty decent open rate. Mine's higher than most people. I'm not sure why. Again, I think it's personal touch. So broadcast is just a one-shot deal to whoever you want. Then campaigns is the same thing as the legacy series. Like, what you do is you can always change it later. You create that. All right, so You can tag people. You can say when it goes out. So you can run it against the legacy series. So you would have a campaign that looks like your legacy series, only it's all your stuff, and you can change it around to which days it goes out. Like after video 3, this is what they get, or all the people that clicked on X button would get this email. This is much more customizable. I'm going to actually go to this at some point soon. My legacy series, me building that, has been fine, but I know some of the other leaders have customized campaigns because it's much more targeted. So if somebody's clicking on something, you can target a specific email for that person who seems to find certain things interesting. So it runs parallel to whatever legacy series or whatever you're running, video series you're running, to whatever list you can customize. So let's say you have a couple lists. Like here, I have 2. Look at, you guys are on there, full members, applicants. So I have a whole series for applicants. Look at this. So when people come in, I'm not writing this stuff all the time. It would be silly to keep rewriting all these things. And every couple days, one day, 2 days, I have emails that go out to applicants so that I can, you got spam scores here. It'll tell you if somebody's complaining. So that I can basically, send valuable information out while they're going through their journey. So same thing with a separate list. Let's say this is a separate SFM list that I have. These are coming off my personal YouTube channel. So when somebody clicks on here, on this one, I know that they know me better. They actually clicked on because they're watching my YouTube channel and my messages. So I'm going to be a little bit more, let's say, touchy-feely with them. They know my story and they like me, and hopefully they're inspired by me. So I'm going to do a different kind of series this. So you might have different legacy series, and they get the 7 videos just like everybody else, but you might get a different legacy series to different groups depending on where you're advertising them. So if somebody comes off of a business targeted campaign, you might give them a different kind of campaign that talks to your legacy series. Does that make sense? So you would create a campaign that would say, after somebody's done with video 2, they get this email. So you'll have one legacy series. Instead of making all these separate lists, you have one legacy series of all the videos and numerous campaigns. So campaign 1 will talk to this one if they click on X amount or X, videos or X links. Campaign 2 will talk to them differently, depending on what list they're coming off. So that's why it's customizable. I know this may be a little confusing to you, but here's what you can do. You go into help here, and you can watch any kind. How do I add a form to my website? You can. They have all kinds of videos on here. So we can how can you trigger a campaign with campaigns? How do you trigger a campaign with a tag? You'll learn what all this is. So here you go, drafts, and then they tell you how to build it, how do you add it to, how do you have it talk to your different lists. So campaigns is very customizable. Again, if this is a little confusing to you in the beginning, just add videos or emails and videos to your legacy follow-up series, until which time you master campaigns, and then you can build that out and customize it. Now, some of you are really tech savvy. I am not. So that tells you that if I can do all this stuff, anybody can. I built my own website. I have to improve on that too. But the bottom line is I know how to do all this stuff. And I'm getting better every day. So do what you can. Ask Always ask, watch videos on all of these sites. They pretty much walk you through anything you want to do. And if you don't understand the terms, ask me and I'll post something on the Facebook page for you guys, all right? So I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care.